Marnie, welcome to Emily Tells All.
Thanks so much for the invite. Honored to be here.
Can you share your journey from being a startup entrepreneur to founding the Young Innovators Foundation?
Well, I started in the childcare industry almost 20 years ago as a franchisee of a local brand. But one of the things that made me very different is that I went to school to Orlando Tech to study early childhood as well. And while I was doing that, I became a teacher and spent a lot of time inside the classroom. So when we broke away and we started building our own brands, I had that unique experience. And one of the things that I've learned by building brands is that we needed to support and elevate the career of early childhoods. And one of the ways was to open this nonprofit foundation.
What sparked your passion for empowering children and emphasizing the importance of early education?
Well, if you think about this is huge. 90% of a child's brain developed by the time they're 5 years old. And that statistic alone is a wake-up call for all caregivers of children under 5. I'm very passionate about this age group because I see every day that we're surrounded by innovators and with children that are already wired with all the skills they need to succeed in life. So I was called, and it's my passion to make a difference in that age group.
Why is supporting early educators crucial to children's future success, and what challenges are they currently facing?
Number one quality of a child care program is the quality of their teachers and the stability. So when you see centers that have low turnover, that have a stable workforce, that's the biggest indicator of quality. And the biggest challenge that we have is attracting the new generation to actually come and work in the industry. So that's one of the goals of the foundation, to change the perception of the new generation on the things they can accomplish through this career.
Can you explain how the foundation is bridging the gap between quality care and education for young learners?
So one of the missions of the foundation, we have 3 pillars. One is research, to actually document our experiences to help others. The second one is professional development, to bridge that gap, to show educators how the new trends in education can be applied into the classroom. And the third one is actually to showcase the work through competitions and activities that bring the community together for them to exhibit what they're doing with their kids in their classrooms.
How can individuals in the community get involved in supporting early educators, and what impact can volunteering have?
Well, volunteering plays a huge role. There are great organizations working in the community, like Early Learning Coalition of Orange County, that they have more established programs. And volunteering is a vehicle participating in the events as our organization. I think bringing the awareness of the importance of the role that early childhood plays in the life of a child is the beginning of a journey that we still have to work on in changing that perception. Volunteering in schools, reading, supporting early childhood educators, or just simply acknowledging the role that we play every day is very important.
Are there any upcoming events or projects that our viewers should know about if they want to participate?
Every year we host development opportunities for educators in the community. And another big event that we host every year are the competitions, where the teachers that practice the Maker Center learning practices can showcase the work of their students. So this brings the community together and allows the teachers and the students to showcase their innovations, their business plan, or their company. Some of them even work on new companies.
Can you share a particular success story or a moment that stands out to you from your work with the Young Innovators Foundation?
I think one of the moments that we're most proud of are the competitions of children, where they showcase business plan, innovations, inventions, because this allows us as adults to have the opportunity to empower them and tell them how proud, ask questions about it. And that gives the children that sense of I can do attitude. So I think those are the highlights of our year when we host this event, because it showcases what we did the entire year.
How do you measure the success of your programs, and what long-term impact do you hope to achieve?
The long-term impact is what we see. We have students that started in our program 8 years ago, so we see them grow. Actually, one of our schools that we've had for many years, it was an acquisition. We have students working in the school that graduated from the program, so now they're like into college. So that's very rewarding for us as educators because we see the difference that we played over the years in helping that family. It's like an extended family in the community, in how we support them in different ways after they graduate as after schoolers. And how do we measure that? We're trying to bring a research to Orange County with Harvard University. So that's one of the projects that we have to measure more, not just like from a qualitative stand as well.
What's next for the Young Innovators Foundation, and how can people stay connected or support your mission?
So by following our social media, they can keep in touch with us and also learn about the events or the projects that we're working on. We all work in the for-profit world. So the nonprofit initiative, we're all volunteer in this. And the goal of the foundation is to bridge that gap and to attract these new early childhood educators into the field so that they consider this career not as a transitional career, but also a career where they can actually blossom and grow.
Do you have any advice for those interested in a career in early education or those looking for ways to support the field in their local community?
Absolutely. When you are an early childhood educator, you can walk away from that because it's a calling. It's like being a doctor or other careers. You're followed by preschoolers. So that's one of the signs that you are an early childhood. They look at you in supermarkets or in restaurants and they laugh at you, they smile at you. It's and you are inclined and you really want to do it. So for anybody that has that calling, I understand the challenges of the industry, but it's a very rewarding career. That's what we're trying to educate and empower women entering the field, that they know that they can have that career. They can be successful. It can be profitable too when they open their centers. And that's what we're trying to teach the young generation, how to do it. And other people in the community, grandmothers, grandfathers, I would suggest reach out to your local preschool because we are in need of volunteers to help cover, read stories and anything. This is a beautiful work of love that a lot of women in our community do every day. And most of us do it because we really love what we do.
So today we're going to dive into the dreams of our young viewers and explore how early educators light the path to those aspirations. So we've asked our viewers to submit some drawings and letters of what they want to do when they grow up or how they want to follow their dreams. So let's take a look at these fantastic pieces of art. And if you could take a look at them and let us know how you think these early educators play a role in helping children achieve these dreams. So for instance, I'm going to give you an image and then you tell me how early educators can assist this young person. So this one, our first dreamer aspires to be a marine biologist diving into the mysteries of the sea. How do early educators influence such ambitious goals?
Very talented,
Yeah,
I would
isn't that
say.
nice?
Yeah. So an early educator that is a facilitator would guide that young learner through questions and prompt a reaction. And I think this looks like this is like probably an elementary school child. Our young learners would do something a little bit more simple, but this is a very gifted player, but an early learning can prompt questions and ask them and guide them to get something like this and put them in a vision board so that they can achieve their dreams.
And the next one, we have a future paleo artist envisioning prehistoric worlds through art. How do educators nurture creativity and ignite the imagination?
Wow. So when you are in preschool, you actually have all the skills that you need to be successful because young children are very creative. And I think the role an educator plays in something like this is just letting them imagine the world because I say always that everything is possible for a preschooler because we might not have the answers, but they might. So our job is just to facilitate that imagination as they see their world, because I'm very impressed already of how what they see that they can achieve.
Yeah, so am I. This one's so adorable. Our third dreamer dreams of owning a cat cafe, a unique venture. How can early educators shape entrepreneurial spirits?
That's very original. Who knows, when they grow up, that might be a thing, right? So I think.
Oh, we have a cat cafe in
really?
downtown
Oh,
Orlando.
you do? Okay, I'll have to check it out. Well, that's definitely very entrepreneurial. So, I mean, cats go there, or what?
Yeah, so they have cats who need adoption.
Oh, okay.
And they're in a separate room though.
Oh.
So you walk in and you have the cafe part, and then there's a door that you walk through, and then there's just cats everywhere and couches and stuff they climb up on.
Wow, that's very
So you can just drink your
original.
coffee with
Yeah,
the
I
cats.
know. That I have to check it out. Well, so I think entrepreneurship is innate in young learners. I mean, we see them like play their roles in dramatic play areas every day. So I think the main role of an educator with this age group is tell them, encourage any initiative that they have, and when we practice growth mindset, it teaches kids that if you let's think about all the angles, and if you fail, that's okay, because you can always do it again. So I think an early educator that practice that and encourages it has a long lasting impact in defining a business like this.
Yeah, I like how you say that if they fail, they could just try again, because with entrepreneurship, not all ideas work out the first time. You have to try something different. So it is like failing and starting again.
Every time.
Yeah.
And they are masters in that. Young children, you see them when they are walking, when they're learning to crawl, they're learning, like it's a lot of failing. And that's what really takes them to the next level.
Yeah. So the next one it's the final one, a future animal rescuer with a heart full of compassion. How can educators instill empathy and ignite a sense of community?
Wow, I love this one. So one of the foundations of our program is empathy, because I think if we teach kids how to solve a problem, but we don't teach them the end user or why, we're really not connecting a STEM or a way to solve problems with the end users. They don't have. So I love this drawing because it showcased the heart of the inventor. It describes through the painting like a way of connecting with that end user. And it's amazing. A good early childhood educator would see this and would allow like each child to find a different way to solve it through their multiple intelligence. Like a child that is inclined to write books will write a book about this drawing, or a child that lacks a science or technology will do something like to fix like whatever a rescue. So we see that multiple intelligence in action and different ways of learning through early childhood. And our job as educators is just to encourage kids to pursue their own passion and connect them with empathy, because that's what's going to make our world a better place.
Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. And, I really, before speaking with you, I didn't realize how it's something that you really enjoy and you do because you love it. I don't know. I guess we look at our teachers as like, it's just, they're miserable. They're doing a job. But it must be so much different, though, with kids under 5. They're just so enjoyable, and everything's new to them.
It's a challenge. Like each age group has a challenge, but I think what we allow our teachers to do in the foundation, through the foundation's work, is to teach them that there's a new way of teaching. You don't have to be teaching direct instruction anymore or telling kids what to do it. So in those years, we are more flexible in the way we teach them. So I think that makes it more enjoyable for a lot of the teachers. They want to teach the way they wanted to learn themselves.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you and congratulations. This is an awesome initiative. So thank you for connecting with us in your county. This is very important. And I think this allows us to connect as a community and to hear what's happening outside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're enjoying this show, please subscribe to our channel and follow our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts.